All right, welcome here, race fans. HollywoodDragRacing.com. Sitting here with the legendary Charlie Farra. That's right. Did I say that right?
Farrar.
All right, Charlie Farra. That's why it's good to have a man here in the house. We got it right, Charlie Farra. Tell everybody about yourself, where you from, Charlie. And I know that there was a time, when I was racing my bike, man, I heard a lot about you. It's like we never quite crossed paths on the racetrack. You was doing pro mod at the time, and maybe I was on pro stock, or not even at the level you were. But I heard a lot about you. For a long time, we heard that that the pro mods was after your record. So tell us about that. What was the record? I don't even know the record. What was the record that they was after?
Well, actually on points had the record with a 71 on his Suzuki.
Was that what 71? Tell everybody what a 71, because we got
671,
and
it was like 190 something. I don't know the correct mile an hour.
For a quarter of a mile, right?
For a quarter of a mile.
From a standstill to a quarter of a mile, 1,320 feet. He went 6.71
that was
seconds.
Ashley's record.
On Ashley, that was Ashley Owens' record.
That's correct. And so, actually, in St. Louis of 2003, I believe it was, I beat it with a 70 on a Kawasaki. I was the only one with a Kawasaki that was even prepared.
Oh man, I know Mr. Cornell love that right there.
So, my theory was I always wanted to have the fastest Kawasaki Pro Mod in the world. And my crew chief, Russ Nyberg, said, "Charlie, why do you want that?" And I said, nobody runs Cowies. I want to run a Kawasaki and be the fastest one in the world. He said, "Why don't you want the fastest Pro Mod in the world?" So, from then on, I said, "Yeah, man, we're thinking on different levels. That's it. That's what I want."
Right.
So we set it with a 70. And actually, they put me on a Suzuki in 2005. And we run it in Gainesville. First time I ever been on it. And I was third in points. And it was a big shot. And I took Ashley Owens, I took John Sachs, and Mike Chachangas with me to block for me. So Ashley got number 1, John got number 2, first round. So it left me on the spot. Me and Barry Green came down to race for the final. Whoever won the championship. And I set a new national record at a 69 on the Suzuki. So in 2006, I went to Indy on my Kawasaki and went a 661 and 204.
Oh.
And I actually set 3 national records and won the race. So we had the 8-mile record at a 422 at 172, and that was pretty fast back then.
That's very fast.
So I was real proud of that with the Kawasaki. And I've been a Kawasaki man always, but it don't matter. Suzuki, Kawasaki, Honda, I ride them all.
Yeah, so that was a pretty stout step up, though. I mean, you really basically knocked the whole 10th off the ET record with that. That was with your cow, right?
With the Kawasaki.
That was with Mr. Nyberg, you and Russ Nyberg?
Russ Nyberg and Carl Nyberg.
Carl Nyberg. Are they still in racing, doing anything right now?
No, they're actually in roofing now, but Carl does go with me with the Weeks bike on the 462.
Yeah.
And he's been a big help on that. They've actually built some new chassis.
Right.
And they got me a new one to put my old Kawasaki motor in.
Oh.
But we're just going to run it 460. Financing does not add up right now to try to run Pro Mod, and I don't know that a Cowie now could run with the Suzuki.
Well, my opinion is when I hear racers that say, that the financial about the 460, either one can be an animal.
Sure.
Right. I think that for me personally, I like the idea of a couple engines that last a couple years. You have an extra that you don't even get to use if you don't have to. But I like what you're doing, man. I really like the idea that you're not trying to run away from some stiff competition, because 460 is tough right now. I mean, these guys all over 460 are real tough. So to step in this game at this point, and take on that challenge with a new bike has got to be something that's pretty interesting. You saying that bike you're building with Weeks Performance, right?
That's correct. They're building my old Pro Mod, but they built a new chassis, and we're going to run it in 460. But just like you say, the 460 class now, you can have the best racers in the world. They're there. They're there racing every weekend somewhere.
Right.
And it's like a coin toss. it's whose lucky day it is going to win that race.
Right.
Because you got so many tough competitors out there.
Right.
It's just, you got to be on your game to win one of them.
So, what brings Charlie to Huntsville today, you know, we reached out in the middle of the week. My kid decided that a bike that Deshaun Wheeler had built for us that we had gotten from my buddy Tony Mullins. What's up, Tony? And you know, we did a little something to it, put a little small motor in it, and tried to get the bike to run a little bit. We had a few issues with it, and you know, me being the guy who I am, and this guy being the legend that he is, and we just kind of put our heads together. And I really want to work on shooting some film tomorrow. So Charlie and I, with the blessing of the weeks over there, he's not gonna stay. He's gonna ride 2020 tomorrow in competition for 460. We're gonna get the other bike taken care of. It'll give us a little more time to you know, work on what we need to do for the production company and get some more things going over here. We don't have the crew that will be here tomorrow, that was here today getting content, so we're gonna do a lot of our own live streams from our own devices just so we can show the coverage. We know we weren't planning on being there for the 3rd. I was gonna be racing, but you know, since Charlie's here, you know, I know I'm not worried about him riding the bike. Hell, I mean, he's ridden super fast bike. It's gonna be like riding on cruise control for him. But I'm almost looking more forward to seeing him ride it than myself. No one ever rode this motorcycle other than me. So what? I mean, how's that? I mean, you know, to be in that seat now as a jockey on a piece that you know is proven, then it's on you.
Well, it's a lot of pressure, to be honest with you. This is a first-class piece all the way. I've always said this is the best-looking motorcycle at the track by far. It's a really nice piece. It's top quality the whole way. I'm looking forward to riding it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you ride it, man. So you guys in 460, y'all don't worry about the yellow and red suit on the blue bike. You just better watch out because he might nail you to the cross up there, and it's going to leave now. Y'all have a good one, and Mr. Farrar. Does that say that right?
That's right.
Mr. Farrar, I appreciate you coming over here, giving some time at the Hollywood Drag Race Production Studio, the trailer, where it's about 40 degrees out here. We got a fire pit going, but we're having a blast out here. This is a blast. I mean, to be here, to be in, you know, contemporary with someone, you know, like Charlie here, and our families are here, you know, we're having a blast, man. It's freezing cold, but we're having a blast. I mean, and like I said, you know, to have fun with the sport is really where we're at right now. We're trying to get more people to start following us. Look at the Hollywood Drag Race Productions. It's a TV station that we're trying to create, not a Hollywood Drag Racing personal platform. You got Charlie here. You got all the guys. I hope you got a chance to see us today doing the 360 cam views, and we got some drone shots that are going to be getting edited where you'll be able to see a post-editing of the production. So what you seen today really wasn't for you to enjoy in terms of a racer standpoint, necessarily fan, but what we're going to do for post-production is really what you should look forward to. You know, this is our first chance on a beta. We got pretty good likes and pretty good views over here, so we're going to keep you posted.